What's next for Bitcoin and Litecoin? What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Thursday. We are having a giveaway Sunday. I'm going to give away one of these aluminum signs. This would be the first choice, and then this one is your other choice. So whichever one you choose will be the one you get. So all you got to do to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and make a comment on the video, and that'll get you entered to win any video from Monday to Sunday, because we will actually Monday to Saturday. Sunday morning we will be doing the drawing, so make sure you watch Sunday morning in case you are the winner. Also, I want to announce that the free Cleveland get-together on October 10th, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The location was changed. It's at the Magnolia now, not the Thirsty Dog, just so you guys know. And let's get into the video, see what's going on. All right, guys, as always, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion and my view of the market only. Anybody that's doing any trading or investing in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is extremely volatile and risky. Also, keep in mind it's still a speculative market. Do not put in more than you're willing to lose. Friendly reminder, too, there is a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out, guys. Great crypto community. People in there all the time, all different skill levels, tons of information. If you want to learn about crypto, definitely join it. It's totally free. And also down there is some affiliate links. Check them out if you can use them. It really helps the channel out, guys. So yeah, let's get on with it. Looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour, we had a drop this morning. I thought it was going to drop to around the 99.50 range. Obviously, we've dropped a little below that. We are going to look at what's going on. So let me clear up the chart. I'm gonna get this triangle out of the way. All right, so this was the wedge we were following back last week or the week before, which we broke out of. Got resistance up here, so I had drawn a bull flag in there. We got support off it. Now we've broken through. I want you guys to know it is possible that we get back down to the 9,050 range. That's if we can't break back above this here. Where I put that target is now resistance. If we can break back above this 99.42, I would think we are headed up much higher. So I still have this neckline up here at the 10,930 range, and a break of that would get us to the 12,500 range. So watch for that. If we get major rejection here, we could come back down again. But if we do break the 10,930 range, I believe we're most likely headed to the 12.5. That would also be a break of this bull flag. And where we're at now, if we were to go straight up now, it's about 10,630. So if we break that, guys, I believe it's going to be fireworks from there on out. But remember, once we break this bull flag, we could come back down and test it for support before continuing up. Now let's look at the RSI. We look at the RSI here. As you can see, we had this falling broadening wedge here, which we popped out of, came back down, tested it for support. Now this is the third time. If we do come up, we can break back through this top trend line, which was this falling channel. We can break back through that. That would be around that 90. What did I say it was? Let me go back. That 99.42 range. If we break back above there, test it, get support, and then continue up, I believe we'll break through this falling channel here, this falling broadening wedge, this smaller one here, and that would be our move up. So keep that in mind. Let's look at the daily. And looking at the daily, we had been watching this falling broadening wedge, which we broke out of here, came back down, tested for support. This is the third test. Now today, I believe we need to close the daily back above this, which is possible. Obviously, we're we're down a little now, but if we close the daily back above this, we'll look at the price action where that would be, that yellow trend line down here, and that's going to be around the 9,990 to 10,000 range. So we need to close this daily candle above 10,000. Otherwise, we're probably headed back down towards this 9,050 range. But I do believe we're most likely going to get support here, guys. And again, we'll take a look at the higher targets at the break of this flag. If we measure just this as a channel, the bull flag itself, and a break of that would get us right around the $14,600 range. And if we look at this as the flagpole over here, and we break out, this could happen this weekend, guys. It's definitely possible. Not these high targets, but I'm saying a break of the bull flag, which is right down here. So keep that in mind. Also, we have the higher target, which we'll look at here in a second. We'll go into the weekly to look at that. All right, so let's go back to the daily. I do want to point out, you know, this move, obviously, if you look at it now, it's not as big of a move as people looking on the smaller time frames are panicking right now. But if we look at the volume's still declining big time, guys. We really haven't had a break of the volume. So the big move is yet to come, and I do believe it is going to be huge. Let's go into the weekly, and the same thing. We look at the weekly, it's just volume declining while in this formation, which I believe to be a bull flag. The measured move of the break of that, the big measured move, would be, if we were to break out this weekend, the measured move would be about 20,000. Now, that doesn't mean we go straight up to 20,000, guys. I do want to show you real quick, for those of you that are new, how it is possible. I do believe it's still possible that we hit 46,000 by the end of the year. And I'm going to show you real quick why. You look back here in 2017, we had this bull flag here, which we broke out of in September. And we had a move up of 96%, 97% by November, which got us from 3,000, or actually 4,000 to 8,000. And that was between September and November. And then we had another jump from November to December, and that was 146%. That got us up to the $20,000 range. Now, if you look here, I think this is just a bigger version of what happened over here, this being the bull flag. And as I stated, the measured move of the breakout would be around 20,000. I also have this trend line right down here. And this 20,000 would be right around the end of October, beginning of November, would be hitting that trend line. Now, that would be from this month to November, that would be a 91% gain. Remember, we had a 96% gain back here. And then from November to December, to get to 46,000 would be a 124% gain. And if we look from November to December back here in 17, that was 146% gain. So it's definitely possible, guys. Still looking at it. Let's look at the weekly. We have been watching this weekly RSI, and I'd said it is in a falling wedge here. We still look to be in the falling wedge. Let me zoom in a little bit. Or actually, we broke out. It looks like we're testing the top for support here, guys. Worst case, if we don't break out this week, or this weekend, I would say we may have one more touchdown here. But remember, let me put this back. But remember, in the price action, we are making hidden bullish divergence, guys, in the weekly, which is very bullish in the long term. We're making higher lows in the price, lower lows in the RSI. That's hidden bullish divergence, guys. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm looking at now. Let's look at Litecoin. And we hit my first target yesterday at the 76. And I said if we got support, we'd most likely go to the 8150 range. We did not quite get the 8150 range. I'm still leaving that target there because is a reason for that. There are measured moves leading to that, and I'll show you real quick. This first measured move here is looking at this falling channel in orange. That's the measurement of the falling channel. We bring it up to the breakout. That gets us that 81.57 range. We did make it yesterday to about the $80.30 range, so we were pretty close. We did break back down past the 76. If we can't continue up from here and get support off this 200 EMA in the 4-hour, I do see a possibility of coming back down to the $70 to $71 range. Now, let's look at the RSI. I had this drawn as a ascending triangle, and if you look now, it seems more like a rising wedge. Let me get this evened out here for us a little bit. All right, so if we look at that and then look at the price action, I drew this trend line to match this trend line here. As you can see, it looks like we could come back down and touch this bottom one more time, which would, see something real quick. This one wicked out of it in the price action, but not here. That was bullish divergence. Now, if we look at where we're at here in the price, looking at right here, lower or a higher low in the price action, and we're even in the RSI. That's bullish divergence, guys. If we come back down to the 70 to here, that'll still be hidden bullish divergence and then a move up from there. So I definitely see another move up from here. And I'm still looking at the 81.57 target. I do have some other targets, and I'll show you how I got those. Looking at this top blue line as the resistance and using the bottom orange line as support. The measured move of the breakout, which we broke out over here. And we could be coming back down to test that. Like I said, around the $70 to $71 range. And the break of that gets us all the way up to the 92.15 range, which would also line up with this long-term blue trend line we have drawn all the way from these 3 wicks back here. So yeah, we could be hitting that this weekend. Definitely possible, guys. Even though this rising wedge can be a bearish pattern. If we were to, let's say we broke out, let's say we broke down from where we're at now, what would the measured move be off that? Would be around the $57 range. But like I said, I don't see that happening. Draw these trend lines in if you are following along. Let's look at the bigger target now, and that being this yellow lines as a falling broadening wedge that we have broken out of. And if we were to continue up from here, the measured move off that is $170 range. So you guys can see it. Now let's go into the daily, and this is what we've been looking at in the daily, which I still believe it is. And that is a cup and a handle with the neckline of 146 area. And the measured move off that, guys, is the depth of the cup moved to the neckline where we may break out. And that's the $270 range. Yeah. 270. Now let's look at the RSI in the daily. So in the daily, we had this rising channel, fell out of it in a falling channel. We were watching this falling broadening wedge, which we broke out of here, broke back above this rising channel. So that would support if we did go down to that $70 range. Zoom in here a little bit. That $70 range would be retesting the top of this channel. So that's definitely possible. Keep an eye on that, guys. Let's look at the weekly and why I don't believe Litecoin is dead like some people are saying. So looking back here in 2000, let's out a little bit. Back in 2017, Litecoin from August to October, actually. Well, actually, no. From August to September, we had a 65% drop. If we look at here from June to August, we had a 57% drop, so not as bad. And by November, we reached back up to this high of 98, which we came from 33. We went from 98 to 33, came back up to the $98 range in November. We broke through in November, and by December, end of December, we had a 328% gain. Got us up to $420. Now, if we were to come back up by November to the $146 range, it would be a 300% gain, which is less than we needed in 17 to get us up to around the $581 range. So yeah, definitely possible by the end of the year, guys. Another thing I want to point out is look at the volume in the monthly here, or the weekly, I'm sorry. Declining. We're breaking out of this. We have broken this trend line. I do believe we're going to continue up from here. We are getting resistance right now from the 55 EMA in the weekly, but like I said, I do believe we will continue on up and get to our $146 range at least by November, in my opinion. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that, guys. And just a quick peek at my long term for Bitcoin. This is a cycle I believe we're in, and I believe we're in number 2 right now, heading for number 3, which would be the end of this year at 46,000. We'll go on to later stuff later. Make sure you stick around. Tonight I'm going to be doing a live video, guys, and I got some stuff I want to announce. It'll be pretty exciting, so definitely stick around for that. Make sure, especially if you want to win the signs, the aluminum, one of the aluminum signs, make sure you subscribe to the video, like it, leave your comments, and share the video. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, all you got to do is click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos and when I go live. Like I said, I will be going live tonight. Smash the likes, guys. Leave your comments, and I will see you tonight. Take it easy.